The project explores how a maternity hospital, a typology of structure often ignorant to its context, could engage with sensitivity and acknowledgement of the surrounding urban fabric, ultimately enhancing the dialogue between structure and user. Hospitals can lack a personal connection to users, appearing as machines. The project engages with the concept of bringing a maternity hospital back to its very nature, back to the domestic. The positive establishment and integration of new architectural expressions within the context was aided by a deep understanding of place. Aspects of the site's former use as a gasworks was reinterpreted into elements of new architectural expressions, the site's history being addressed within the form and materiality of the new structure. Along with a physical palimpsest, a social palimpsest was created, a spectrum of different users engaging with the structure. The foremost spatial quality created was one of inclusiveness and accessibility, a reflective solution to the civic reality of its context. The project is a series of narratives, the stories of individuals using the space and the narrative of a city, reflecting materiality, spatial qualities, and form of the city. The project's engagement aids the embodiment of the cultural collective of the location and helps strengthen its identity, a project of reflective presence within the public realm. The thesis explores the history of a working-class city, while romantic in parts is deeply unsettled, where fragments of a grand history remain, raising to the role of these fragments within the new architecture. What makes the proposal unique is the scale at which it explores this through the lens of palimpsest. A qualitative user experience was achieved through a series of courtyards, aiding navigation while also giving a closeness to nature as an interior experience with the health and calming benefits that it entails. The grid expresses the project architecturally as a series of smaller buildings, creating a striking contemporary language set against the traditional forms of housing that surround. The reference to the language of domesticity in a place for the creation of life is a sophisticated response, both poetic and playful, equally contextual and contemporary. The thesis questions a true architectural idea on a series of scales. At the same time, the project explores its ideas while keeping a critically objective view as a piece of architecture, creating beautiful spaces. The thesis explored contemporary theoretical themes and executed them in very sophisticated buildings.